welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, as an East Coast guy, you've traveled the globe. You can appreciate the thirst and the passion of these fans.
There's no doubt about it. It lives here in Philadelphia. And how about only a couple of years ago, this team had just won 28 games. Now we're talking about them potentially winning an NBA championship.
They've waited a long time, and now perhaps comes the reward. And the opening tip is won by the Indiana Pacers.
What it do? MOG flexed biceps.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. And the two for Al Horford getting to the rim.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. Yes, Victor Oladipo. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
What camera angle you playing on?
Joel Embiid tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Horford to Richardson. Nothing going here on that drive. Miles Turner able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You know what, let me see. Because I'm pretty certain they got a camera angle, right? Game settings. What camera angle am I playing on? Okay, it's not going to be here. Simulation game. Top replays. Shot display. Is it on shot display? No. Wait a minute, let me see.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that?
Let me see. Wait a minute. What? Let me see. Shot displays. Quarter shot. Okay. That's the field goal. Team stats. Top replays.
Go back in settings.
Game settings. Side. House play. Okay. Free throw. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Visual. We're going to go to visual. That's what it would be. Okay. EA action low. My camera view is EA action low. I think that's my camera view. Camera rotation lock. So my angle is EA action low. That's my camera view.
Look on his face, that was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Fine to shoot, trying to cash in. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Al Horford rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Embiid to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And the front court comes Simmons, trailing by 4. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career.
Go
And hits
back
the
into
first free
settings.
throw.
No, this is the angle I like to play on. I like to play it on this angle. Yeah, this is the angle that
And
I play
gets
on.
both to drop at the line. Pacers control. Curling inside. Short jumper misses. To Simmons. 4-3. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Yes, Victor Oladipo with that shot.
I
he's
just
5
want
for
to
8.
know where camera angle
They're
it
going to have to
is.
find answers defensively and quickly because he's...
Okay, you wanted to know something about the
I
camera
like
angle.
that camera angle. I want to set it just like that for me.
Oh, okay. Right here. Where it has camera view right here is EA action low. You got the EA sideline. You got the baseline. Most people, I think, play it on here. A lot of times when I watch some of, I think there's some other guys that live stream. When I watch a lot of other live streamers, they play on this one, it seems like. Baseline? I could play on that, but I don't know. I played on that angle before. It's okay. Everybody got their pick, though. This is the baseline angle. Then you got baseline high. You know what? That's baseline. They play on this one. I'm sorry. Baseline high. This is where they normally put their camera at. Baseline high. Most people I see, even with NBA 2K. Baseline low. Some people play on this angle. I always see this more. Matter of fact, I see it more on this angle than my angle. More live streamers who live stream NBA Live or 2K, don't be surprised if they stream it on this baseline low angle. See? Okay. Oh, this is the ESPN. Nah, I don't like that. That's too far. So I go with ESPN. Oh, that's another one. That's the EA broadcast. That's okay. EA Action High. All different angles. And then this is mine. EA Action Low. That's the one I
Carving
play
them up
on.
in the first
'Cause
quarter.
I can see all around the area.
Big finish at the rim.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons
And the
wanted to
camera
channel
angle
his
is real
inner
good anyway. It
Bill
shows me
Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the
Emoji
people
flexed
that
biceps.
hated on him and
Emoji
didn't think
flexed
that after a
biceps.
year
Emoji flexed
of being injured
biceps.
that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA
Thank you.
history
You're welcome.
to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Yeah, but I know everybody plays.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip.
All right, we up. All right, well, we up one now. Not 2. Pick it up.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go up 2 legs and expect the
Block
contact.
it.
Oh, Miles Turner missed
I
his
mostly
first.
play
That
mine
one
on EA
goes.
You
sidelines.
feel that? I see the confidence building.
Oh, okay. EA sideline. Pick it up.
Miles Turner Sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Tobias Harris from long range. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Oladipo. Kyle O'Quinn pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, take it out.
Deep left corner.
Oh, good.
To Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for three. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
Let's go Sixers. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Here comes the screen.
Tobias Harris is feeling it.
To Oladipo.
Yeah, boy, 2 threes in a row.
Fires the three. No
Give
good.
it hot. Give it to Tobias Harris. Where you at? Everybody line up. Give it to Harris.
To Simmons.
3 for 3, baby.
Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Going to launch beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Of course he's going to back down the small guy.
Scores from the post.
Of course he can back him down. That guy is small. Where's Tobias Harris at? Where's Tobias Harris? Right there.
From 18 feet at the buzzer. Quarter comes to an end. The 76ers have the lead. Good start to this one. After one quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Jonah Bolden sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't convert the free throw.
Yo.
Great feed, sets it up. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
I mean, oh my. How did he even get that?
T.J. Warren at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4.
Ben Simmons, baby. Taking it up. Oh.
Simmons.
Oh!
Out of bounds, off Ben Simmons.
He threw out of bounds. Oh, Indiana got the rock. Get on him. Put a man on him. Put a man. Don't leave him open. All right, so we got Mike Scott. I want to put Al Horford back in the game or Jason. Or Tobias Harris.
Has a chance. The jumper's off the mark.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Ben Simmons, LSU, baby. In the house, block it.
Wide open look, won't go. To
Emoji flexed biceps, emoji flexed biceps, emoji flexed biceps.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Simmons. Jason Richards. Look at
to
this.
Richardson for 3, and Josh Richardson, 0 hesitation on that one. Buries the 3.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the second
Why we
quarter.
call timeout? Come on, I ain't playing. All right, so who's coming in? All right, hold on. Joel Embiid, we're going to put him in as power forward. I like Mike Scott. Let's put Harris in. And we're keeping Ben Simmons in there. So we're going to switch the position. Joel Embiid, he's taking the place of Jay Bolden on the power forward. We're going to switch him out of his position. He's going to power forward. And we're going to move Mike Scott in with Tobias Harris. We're going to have Jason Richardson play shoot guard. Then we're going to keep Ben Simmons at point. And Al Horford, he can play center. Let's see how this works.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
All right, let's go. Take it up.
And scores.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Jason Richardson.
Nothing going here on that drive. Richardson to Simmons.
Give it to Tobias Harris. Bust it.
Here's a chance from long range. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
With the follow top dirt. Joel Embiid. Cameroon.
Oladipo into the front court. Down 11.
Playing with the country of Cameroon. Joel Embiid, man.
Brogdon. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
It's a big finish. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Ben Simmons is playing like George. Give me that.
Oladipo shot misses.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Get their stuff off, man. Get their stuff off.
Richardson to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Sixers with the rebound.
There we go. Let's go. Al Horford. Bust that, dog.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good. Harris to Richardson.
All right, busted Richardson right there.
4-3. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Al Horford. Varsity. Wall Street Bullies, baby. Philly. We came in together with the Sixers, man. For our 30th game, for 52 games before the playoffs. The Broad Street Bullies. Okay, let's see what we're going to do. All right, Joel Embiid? No. Okay. Okay, all right. So we're going to stay with that lineup. Okay, let me see. Okay, I got Al Horford playing the center.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Philadelphia 76ers, number 9,
good. Defense catching a break there.
Go. Take it up.
Finish that. To Brogdon. Here comes the screen. Brogdon. Great pass to set it up. Miles Turner slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
To Richardson.
Right there, watch it.
Offensive board.
Man. How did Ben Simmons miss that? Block it. Take it out. Oh, shit. Oh.
That'll be out of bounds. Simmons the last to touch.
Oh, my God. I don't know what that was. Oh, man. If that would have went in, that would have been crazy.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Miles Turner with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Short jumper misses. Has a look. Almost, but no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Right there.
From long range, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Here comes the screen. Brogdon to Turner. Shot from the lane won't go. Trying to cash in. And it's Warren with the rebound. Beyond the arc for 3. He drills the 3. The feed stolen away. They'll let one fly from half court. That's it. First half has come to an end. And a great start for the 76ers.
Guys, let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Pacers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Rebound.
The Philadelphia 76ers are extending a lot of possessions and wearing out the defense with their emphasis on rebounding.
Player of the half.
Simmons couldn't be denied the award after all of those slams. He might get top plays all to himself at the end of the game if he keeps this up.
Cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Sixers have the basketball. Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. He's now 4 for 6.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Knocks down the first. And he hits the second. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Indiana with the basketball. To Oladipo. Fires the 3, and Victor Oladipo can't fault the defender there. Hits the contested 3.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good. Second and 3, got it. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Oladipo into the front court. Trailing by 15. Brogdon to Oladipo. Has a chance with the step back.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Knocked loose. Oladipo driving right to the basket. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Not done yet. Swings it to Richardson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Joel Embiid. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Pacers with the possession.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Victor Oladipo. From the outside, no good. Another follow. Stays out. Richardson. He engulfed him that time. Al Horford snatching it out of the air. That's his third block this evening. For three.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons to Embiid. Got it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Has a look. Oladipo, not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at three here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Second of three is good. Hits all three free throws. Oladipo into the front court. 14-point deficit.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Simmons to Richardson. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Josh Richardson. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Notice that the defense isn't giving him as much space anymore. They're crowding him every time he catches the ball and really getting into his legs defensively.
Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid looking good, 4 for 5.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Here comes the screen. Oladipo to Turner. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Miles Turner has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 78% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Richardson. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Al Horford, huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range. Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A-plus game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Great dish to set it up. Joel Embiid swats it. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To McConnell. Has a chance, and he drains it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Now a steal by Philly.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Here's a chance from long range. Not easy.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To McConnell. Five seconds to shoot. Richardson has a look. Cleared by the Pacers. Joel Embiid with a piece. Incredible. 6 tonight. Lets it fly from long range. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Raul Neto, couple of free throws on the way. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. And he connects at the line. Oladipo, nice pass to set things up. Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
You've got to get that one to go. Oladipo into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Joel Embiid. He's now 5 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Oladipo. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp, and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody's like, whoa, wait a second, what is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is, a big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively.
Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the lead.
Brogdon. Can't connect from inside.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Al Horford going to the line to shoot two.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Oladipo into the front court. Trailing by 14. Here comes the screen. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Horford, another chance. Miles Turner, tips it. On the pass, stolen by Indiana. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Victor Oladipo able to recover with the block. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Simmons to Horford. 4-3. And Al Horford always seems to find a way. Hits the contested three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Joel Embiid.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Brogdon. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. From the painted area, won't go down. Horford. That's how you defend. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, the Sixers are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers got themselves a win here today. And more often than not, they were hitting the three when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pacers couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Philadelphia 76ers were most impressive in the way they turned their effort into second chance points. If I was their coach, I'd be very proud of the team for the way they played with heart.
Player of the game.
Simmons was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Philadelphia 76ers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.